Everyone in India tells you to do a BTech. Why? Because it gives you a job. It probably supposedly gives you a lifestyle that people want. It gives you internships, it gives you a reputation. But what about BSc? Does anyone ever told you to pursue a BSc course? Really? Why? Because people think that it has no job, it has no scope, it has very little opportunities. But what if I tell you that what matters is the direction you are headed into, not the degree, right? What if the field you're interested in is achievable, can be pursued only through a BSc, right? And but what if I tell you that the truth is very different from what everyone tells you? Why can I say that? Because I personally was offered BTech courses from BITS Pilani and some very good and reputed colleges across India. And eventually I ended up pursuing BS MS course at NISR, and here I am. Okay, so I know the differences, and I know I'm going to put all the truth in front of you in this video. So stay tuned till the end, because the actual conclusion might surprise you and can be very different from your trivial opinion, right? So my name is Soumya Prakash, alumnus of NISR Bhubaneswar, and in this video we are going to discuss in detail about BTech versus BSc and which can be the right one for you. So stay tuned with me. Let's see BTech versus BSc by SciAstra, and which path is right and convenient for you, right? So some basic details about BTech courses which everyone knows already, which is it's a 4-year undergraduate course. It provides you all with a strong foundation in engineering and mostly applied fundamentals to the science that already exist, which means problem solving abilities. The disciplines or the courses or the branches are very common, which is computer science, electrical, mechanical, chemical, metallurgy, electronics and civil engineering, etc., etc. So what you actually do, you study some piece of science in all these disciplines, depending on what exact branch are you in, and you learn in your 4 years to apply that particular piece of science into solving real world problems, right? And if not real world problems, into building projects that exist in real world. For example, what does a civil engineer do? He studies some part of physics, some part of fluid dynamics, some part of properties of materials, which is there in your class 11th and 12th. And he applies those concepts into constructions, into materials, into things like buildings, bridges, roads, etc. Right? So an engineer basically bridges the gap between science and what you see in your real life. Okay, what does a computer engineer do? He studies a lot of maths, he studies a lot of logic, theory, programming, coding, and what he does, he builds by using all those things, softwares for you, like this app, this YouTube that you're using, right, and all such things. So that's what an engineer do, and that is what the life of an engineer looks like, right? But yeah, that is a very broad and long-term vision that I have told you here. But now, what you need to do if you want to pursue a BTech, you should be having your 11th and 12th with PCM stream, which means physics, chemistry, maths, because it's a compulsory combination to appear for all the entrance exams that gives you access to all the BTech colleges, which I'm going to talk about shortly. And you also should be able to score 60% marks in your class 12th, okay, in physics, chemistry, mathematics. And you can also pursue or take a lateral entry into any BTech course, but yeah, that's not very common and that's not very relevant for the scope of this video and the discussion we are having right now. We can see what are the most popular colleges for a BTech course. Needless to say, every single one of you know about this, which is IIT, right? Indian Institute of Technology, very popular, very reputed, very competitive entrance, right? So these are Bombay, Kanpur, Madras, Delhi, Kharagpur. The fees is typically 8 to 10 to 11 lakhs for your whole BTech duration. Other than that, if you don't end up in IIT, where do most people end up? through JEE mains, you end up at NITs or triple IITs. Triple IITs are not mentioned, but yeah, NITs are also very popular these days. Trichy, Suratkal, Rourkela, these are some of the very good NITs that are there. Allahabad is also very good NIT. Okay, you also have state government colleges. Jadavpur University is as good as an IIT. It gives you placements in similar ranges as IITs and top NITs. Okay, Anna University, Thapar University, Delhi Technical University, which is Delhi College of Engineering previously. This is a very reputed college, Jamia Millia. Okay, so these are some of the very reputed and popular colleges in India. There are private colleges like BITS Pilani, Vellore Institute, KEET, and BITS Pilani is comparable to top IITs. Okay, it gives you placements and opportunities and exposure similar to that of top level IITs. And yeah, I too am a dropout of BITS Pilani because I got NISER, which I'm going to talk about in the upcoming slides, and why I did that, and what can you do if you face similar dilemma. Okay, so that is about typical BTech courses. Okay, you get into the course, you study some things, you do internships, you build projects, and then eventually you get a job, you get placed in an industry, and now you keep working on a particular project for a few years, then you change that, and this will go on till you die or till you retire from your job. Now, what happens in a BSc? So BSc, as opposed to many of you think, is vibrantly different from BTech, and it's just a starting point for your career in sciences. Okay, I'm very clear about this, I'm very true about this, that BSc is just the starting. If you want to pursue science, if you want to pursue a career in academia, if you want to become a scientist, if you want to become anything like astrophysicist, quantum physicist, biologist, biostatistician, computer scientist, right? But the main thing about BSc is, of course, it's a 3 years course, opportunities are available, that most of the resources are concentrated in the top research institutes of the country, which are shown here. Okay, so these are IISr, NISER, CEBS, ISI, IISc, ISCS, and CMI. Okay, IISs are Indian Institute of Science, Education and Research. These are they offer 5 years BSMS integrated courses. Admission is through IISr aptitude test, which is supposed to be held on May 25th. Then you also have numerous IISrs, which are located in Pune, Kolkata, Mohali, Bhopal, Thiruvananthapuram, Tirupati, and Berhampur. Right? You have NISER in Bhubaneswar, only one. It offers integrated MSc course, 5-year program. Admission is through NEST examination. CBS also offer you admission through NEST, right? ISI is Indian Statistical Institute, very reputed and popular, even more than many of the IITs across the world. Okay, I'm very particularly telling you that the reputation that the ISI has in countries like in Western countries of Europe and US is very huge and tremendous. Okay, the admission is through ISI admission test. It gives you admission into Bachelor of Statistics and Bachelor of Mathematics honors program, right? And after that, you're eligible for placements as quantitative trader in finance, economics, actuarial in top companies around the world, with packages going as high as 80-90 lakhs to 1 crore. Okay. Now, IISc Bangalore, the GOAT, the king, the boss, Indian Institute of Science, offers you admission through IISr aptitude test. PCM is compulsory, right? It offers you 4 years BS research degree. Okay, and let me tell you, this BS research degree is enough to land you up in a good job, which you can get from top IITs, right? As well as, let me tell you what happens here. If the students who pursue BS in IISc in physics, chemistry, bio, maths, computer science, a lot of them end up going to top universities in US, Europe, across the world, like MIT, Harvard, Stanford, Oxford, all right, and getting jobs in top companies like Google, Microsoft, Amazon, Netflix, etc. Okay, you also have IACS, which is on the lines of institutes like on the likes of IISc and NISR, Indian Association for Cultivation of Science. It's based in Kolkata. You also have CMI, Chennai Mathematical Institute. Similar to ISI, it gets you offered in Bachelor of Maths, Computer Science and Physics as well. You also have Masters in Data Science here. This institute also gives you very popular huge placements in top data science companies, top finance companies like JP Morgan, BCG, etc. Okay, so but now let's briefly discuss what exactly happens in these research colleges, right? And why are they so sometimes underpopular, but very widely popular outside India, in the communities, in the groups, in the arena that values research, that values innovation, right? So these are the institutes that actually embodies the innovation, the research, the scientific development that is going on in India. Okay, so let's briefly talk about what happens here. So BSc is typically a 3-year, or BS like in IISc Bangalore, it's a 4-year course. BSMS in IISc, NISR, IISc is a 5-year course. But BS Research and BSMS are offered in top research institute that I just talked about in India only. Other than that, if you go to other state colleges like Delhi University, central universities like Banaras Hindu University, Hyderabad University, Osmania, they offer you BSc degrees, BSc honors and MSc degrees. Okay, but yeah, this is the peculiarity of the top research institute that I just talked about. No disrespect to any institute. Every institute is good. All have sufficient facilities, all have good exposure. But yeah, it is what it is. Like BTech, you have IITs. In BSc, MSc, you have IISc, IISc, NISR, right? So eligibility is very simple. You should have to finish your class 11th and 12th in sciences, right? The age criteria is 18 for IIT exam. You should have PCM for IISc. PCMB or PCB also works for any other IISer, right? And another very good thing is that you can also pursue BTech through IIT. Okay, in IISer. Some of the IISers also offer BTech courses. Let me know which IISer in comment. Okay, minimum mark should be 60%. Some of the reservation criteria are mentioned here. For next exam, you should have at least 3 of PCMB subjects in your class 11th and 12th. Okay, minimum marks should be 60, which is very basic and low. There is no age limit, right? That is a very good thing. And some other criteria are mentioned here. Now, let's we have already seen that what happens in BTech courses, what happened briefly in a BSc course or BSMS courses at IISc, NISR. Now, these are the details that the majors offered in IISc Bangalore in your 4 years BS research course is physics, chemistry, maths, bio, environmental science, material sciences. Coursework also includes sometimes engineering, humanities is everywhere. Humanities includes sociology, economics, psychology, and those courses, right? The biggest pros at IISc Bangalore is that you get a lot of flexibility, okay, in choosing your own courses. You get to choose a lot of electives. You have a huge pool of courses to choose from, and you accordingly have a huge pool of projects and internships and research groups to go to for your research project or internships or any guidance. Okay, so but of course, like students completing can opt for a 5th year MSc degree as well from IISc Bangalore. That is a good thing. This is the rank of IISers. Pune is the most popular. Pune also happens to be the most popular IISer for biology. Okay, there is a saying when I went to IISer Pune that if you throw a stone in the IISer Pune campus, there is a 33% chance that it will land upon a biology major. Okay, so that's how popular it is. Major disciplines offered in most of the IISers is same PCMB, Earth Sciences, Environmental Science. Some also offer data science, humanities, except Mohali. Okay, all others have data science department. If you have data science in Pune, Bhopal has a very popular data science department. You have Berhampur, you have Kolkata. Every other IISer than Mohali, they have data science department. It means that there is a huge scope for placements and good industry relevant internships and projects at IISc. Okay, so this is a myth that BSc or MSc degree cannot give you a job or does not have enough opportunities for you to get out in industry, make impact for yourself, earn good money, and all the other, I won't say lies, but the stigma that is there outside, okay, in the market, in the society. That is not true at all, right? So these are the top IIScs for maths, chemistry, physics, biology. And from this year onwards, some IIScs are also introducing their own BTech courses in computer science, electrical engineering, computer science and engineering, right? And they of course are industry-oriented courses. There will be, those are designed like that. Okay, we have made already a separate video which you can watch, BTech through IIT or BTech other than IIT or JEE. Okay, that is a video you should watch if you want to pursue BTech but don't want to go to IITs or don't want to appear for JEE, or if you want a touch of research or a flavor of scientific research in your BTech course. Okay, so IIScs are the place to go. Similarly, NISR has similar disciplines. Data science is not currently there at NISR. Okay, BTech courses are also not there at NISR, but yes, data science is expected to set up soon at NISR, right? So unlike NISR, unlike IIScs, NISR actually does not allow you to pursue your master's thesis outside institute or outside India for that matter. Why? Because in your final year as well, there are at least 1 to 2 courses in the stream that you have. For example, I was in physics. I had 2 courses along with my project. So needless to say, to pursue those courses, I had to be present in the campus, which means I cannot do my thesis outside. That is the only restriction. Otherwise, you can do your thesis work remotely as well. Suppose if your professor or supervisor or research guide agrees to guide you from outside or online or remotely, then that should also work. A lot of my friends did that actually. Okay, so yes, direct association with Bhabha Atomic Research Center and access to top level laboratories across BARC umbrella. Okay, so the most beneficial thing that NISR graduates have access to is direct interview access in BARC Scientist Officer C recruitment. Okay, you don't have to write the exams, you don't have to get shortlisted. You can directly apply with your CGPA marks, transcripts. Yeah, CGPA should be more than 7.5, but yes, if you satisfy that criteria, which is pretty easy, you get to sit directly for the interview. Okay, for the recruitment of Scientific Officer C, which is again a reputed government officer post. So these are some of the things, and apart from all the things that are mentioned here, there are a lot of intangibles, which is the exposure you get, the community you get access to, right? The research environment that you get from first year itself. Okay, you get to see a lot of researchers. The top tier scientists are going to be your faculty, right, in physics, chemistry, maths, biology. So you definitely learn a lot of things. You get to study, you get to see, you get to understand research papers. Okay, you can even do internships from your first year itself. In a lot of IIScs, NISR, IISc Bangalore students do that as well. And when you get an early start, you get a head-on, right? So you have an opportunity to publish your research as well by the time you reach your 3rd year or 4th year in your BSMS degrees. That eventually propels you further for a very good PhD position in institutes like MIT, Harvard, Stanford. Okay, now let's see, what do we have? So briefly, I have already mentioned this, but again, you have a lot of fields to choose from. Okay, you also have economics, again an industry-driven course. Engineering sciences at IISr Bhopal, IISr Kolkata is also gonna come up with this from this year. You have a lot of interdisciplinary touch in your courses, which means that the students are mostly taught all subjects, included data science, economics, humanities, in their first few semesters. Isn't that amazing, guys? Okay, had I been taught data science, I would easily be placed in any good company. I was taught definitely humanities courses, and I really like them. So that is the beauty of the course structure at IISc, and independent of subject background. This is the best thing. You can even be a PCB student pursuing your BSMS majored in mathematics at IISc, NIISR. That is allowed. Okay, I've seen people pursuing their masters in biology while they had PCM in their class 11th. I was almost doing that too. Okay, my class 11, 12th was in physics, chemistry, maths. But in my first year at NIISR, I liked biology so much that I almost decided that I would continue my major in biology. And of course, I did not. I pursued physics. But yeah, here we are. IISc, NIISR have good collaborations with industries and universities abroad. That is very true. So industries inside, outside India, labs, research groups, universities inside and outside India, they constantly and very frequently hold a lot of symposiums, workshops, conferences, which again is a very good opportunity to meet a lot of researchers, right, that are there in any of the field you're interested in, right? You get to learn from them, you get to see them, you get to meet them, you get to ask them questions, and the best part is the interaction that you have and the community that you get access to. Many students go directly into PhDs at these top tier institutes across the world, from IISc, IISc and NIISR. But what if you wanted to pursue engineering, but you don't want to appear in JEE? Probably you feel JEE is way more competitive than your personality is, or it might also happen that it's not going to align with your values, your personality, your style, right? I already gave you the answer. What is the answer? This is that the BTech courses that are there in IISc, okay, Bhopal, IISc Kolkata is also going to come up, is also going to start from this year. IISc Tirupati is also starting BTech course from this year. We have already made a video on that. You can watch that. But yes, for this, you can enroll in BTech courses at IISc. For example, this is Bhopal, right, through IIT. The courses, the branches are chemical engineering, data science and engineering. So for sure, you're going to have placements, internships, all these things that you see in a BTech course here, right? You also have electrical and computer science engineering. Okay, so you have an option to pursue 4-year BTech courses or 5 years BTech, MTech dual degree course as well, right? So all the necessary flexibility is here. The course structure is very good. The research environment is already set up, right? The faculties are also very good. It's just that they have been jumped into this BTech courses as well, which is definitely going to fetch a lot of placements and internship opportunities as well. Okay, now regarding placements, if we talk about how much money can you make, so these are some of the numbers. Don't take it very don't hold these numbers. These are just for examples. For example, a CSE engineering graduate can earn anywhere from 6 lakhs to, I don't know, what is this number? 1 lakh 50? Yeah, 1 crore 50 lakh rupees. Yes, that is possible. Sometimes we will do that. But yeah, I mean, I can give you these numbers, okay, ranging around 1 crore or so, if you're a quant trader or a quant working in quant finance or investment banking. But yeah, these are the numbers for some of the branches from IITs and ITs and typical engineering BTech college that we have out there. If we talk about BSc or BSMS, right, so we are going to talk about the stipend in PhD that you get outside India. In India, it is 37,000, 43,000. Outside India, in fact, the position that I was offered in Germany and Finland, it included a stipend of around 2,500 euros per month, which would amount to, I guess, 30,000 euros per year. Okay, yeah, this is average is around 18 to 20,000 euros per year. In Denmark, it's slightly more. It's 50,000. It's in Norway. In Swedish countries, in Nordic countries, it's slightly more. Sweden, Denmark, Finland. Okay, in USA, it's around dwells around $15,000 to $30,000 per year. In Indian currency, it amounts to around 13 to 25 lakh rupees per year. Isn't that good? Okay, I've seen a lot of people pursuing PhDs in Denmark, France, in Germany sending money back to their home every month, some amount of money, 20, 30, 40, 50,000 rupees. Isn't that amazing? That absolutely is. That too, while pursuing a field of your own interest, your own passion. Okay, something that you are very eagerly working towards, and you want to make an impact through the science you're doing, through the projects you're pursuing, through the field you're studying and researching on. Okay, so that really gives you a lot of opportunities, contrary to what people tell you and what people talk about in the society, that BSc does not give you any money, right? So there also are opportunities in industry, like ITs, like pharmaceuticals, like vaccine companies, bioinformatics, depending on what you have done in your BSc and MSc and what kind of skills you possess, right? The stipends and salaries varies, but yeah, the range is this 10 to 15 lakhs to start with. Now, you have actually less than 60. Now you have less than 50 or 45 days, okay, for IIT. So what to do? You don't have to panic, right? Keep revising, keep practicing the questions from important chapters, keep practicing the PYQs and attempting the mock test, okay? That is the most important part of this journey. Attempting PYQs and mock test, okay? These are some of the tips from our side, which you can follow. NCRT, problem solving, mock test, like we already discussed. Okay, this is this last month strategy which you can follow. Notebook of your mistakes, summary, etc. But suppose you don't want to do all these things, right? You don't have enough resources, you feel the need of more guidance, right? Even personalized guidance. So what you can do is take help from SciAstra. We have designed some things for you, right, which help you prepare in a smarter way, right? So we have designed special courses, right? What are the courses? Here they are. Crash courses for IIT and NET both, which covers lectures, notes, recordings are available, mock tests for both IITs, NET, chapter-wise PYQs, and daily practice problems are being given out to the students, right, who are there in the courses. You also have mock discussions. There is a personalized crash course where you get personal attention from IISerites and NIISerites and people who have already qualified all those exams that you're preparing for. And they give you personal attention on an everyday basis in terms of your strategy, accountability, preparation, planning, everything, to-do list. You also have a priority doubt solving in 20 minutes on separate PCMB WhatsApp groups, right? So what are you thinking about? If you feel the need of resources and you want to prepare for IIT and crack those and get into your dream research colleges, check those courses out, definitely. Okay, yeah, these are for NET and IIT separately. The prices are very little, 3,000, 4,000 rupees. And these are the comparative features of the courses that we have, right? You can take a look at this by pausing the video, but pretty much you get everything in personalized crash course, which is DPPs and chapter-wise PYQ. DPPs are daily practice problems. You get live classes, you get personalized attention, you get special guidance for non-bio or non-math students, right? So this batch, what do you think? Is probably going to have most number of selections. Why? Because they already have been guided from the students who are already in institutes like IISc, IISERS, NIISER, IISc, and so on. Okay, but yeah, I just don't want to tell about the features that we have, but the numbers speak for themselves, right? So we are a community of more than 20,000 in India, and SciAstra has helped more than 2,000 students getting selected in all the IISERS, NIISERS, IACS, ISI, CMI, and top research institutes of India. And yeah, they have been successfully studying, pursuing research very happily. And they are still connected with us in the closely bound SciAstra community. So if you have liked this video so far, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button below. It actually costs you nothing, but helps and motivates and inspires us to make content, more such content for you, to help you, right? To help you get into colleges that you want and the exams that you don't want to prepare, right? So, but yeah, till then, keep rocking and see you in the next video. Bye-bye.